Been a while since you've done that class.
Yeah, it has been. Do we have one or two? I don't know.
I think you had both.
Yeah,
Okay.
Definitely had two. Are we rolling?
Rolling.
All right. Jake, why don't you go and step up? You don't know what the person did here before you, so we need to reset this digital board.
So we're gonna go
Display data, yes.
and then
Make sure it says load. Yep.
get on to Studio J. Enter. Load Studio J.
Right arrow.
Yes. Boom.
Excellent. So we just reset the board. Now there's a tone plug plugged in out there, kind of making a constant tone. It's just as if you had a microphone plugged in and somebody's whistling into it. So it's an XLR little device. It's on channel 1, so let's go ahead and go to the first layer that gives us channels 1 to 24.
It's right here.
Good.
Yeah.
You can see we have signal, so somebody already had the phantom power on to level up a little bit.
Okay.
Now, when we set up our Q mix and we do our monitoring, I want to monitor everything out of the computer.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a little bit of a problem because channel 1, if I pull it up, I'm hearing it. And I don't want to hear it. But I have to pull this up because this is a post-fader level. This won't record it if I don't give it some juice. So the answer is to touch this, make sure that it says channel 1 here. Once it says channel 1, the whole blue area applies to channel 1. So we want to tell it to not go to stereo. Go ahead and hit that stereo button and stay right here because we want to hit direct out. That sends it to the computer. Watch what happens over here in this I/O when I press and the direct out button. That tells you that the direct out sends it into the computer world. You can confirm that signal is available in the computer. All right. Now let's go over to the Pro Tools side. And I made a screen capture movie of this, but I'll still zip through it. So we have let's make this our channel that we want to record from. So where's my mouse? It's hiding. There it is. We're going to have this, make sure this is listening to A1 and activate the input monitoring and arm it to record. And let's set up our Q mix. Here's our routing. I'm going to move pretty quick, but you guys will be able to watch this video a couple times. Hold Alt and then assign send A to bus 1 and 2. Right click on any of them and rename it to say Q1. Continue to hold Alt and make it pre-fader. So everything's independent. Once we get this done, you'll be able to adjust anything up here, and this will be reflected in the person's headphones. Whether it be levels or even panning is going to be true in their headphones. And we need a kind of a master fader for all Q mixes. So Shift Command N, Command right arrow, Command down arrow, Enter. So this is going to receive all that sound and go to their headphones. So it needs to listen to that first bus that we renamed Q1, and it needs to go out to a different output, A3 and 4. So this whole bottom half is my mix for me, the engineer. I can solo what I want, I can mute what I want, and it'll be okay. I did forget to solo safe this Q mix with Command click on the S. So now I can do what I want. I can adjust levels, it's not going to goof up their headphones. And same up here, I can do what I want, it's not going to affect my mix. Alright, so this is all set up properly. Let's go back to the console. Jake, I'm going to be on this side of you, and you're going to finish this up.
For sure.
So everything coming from the computer comes back on the second layer, so 25 through 46. Go ahead and hit that. So these first two are my mix. Let's go ahead and pull those up a second, just for kicks. Go ahead and hard pan left and right. Good.
You select those on the.
Perfect. No, you don't need to select it for that. And we can access their mix in their headphones. So go ahead and pull up 3 and 4. Same thing. Our panning only affects our studio monitors. So let's go ahead and send. We need this to go to the left headphone. All right. We need 3 to go to the left headphone. That equates to selecting aux 1. Change the fader mode to turn these into auxiliary send knobs. Yep, turn that up. Good. Aux 2. Turn that up. Boom. Put your fader modes back. Now we can check visually to see if we're successful. The way I'm going to do that is my meter bridge, I can select master, and then I can see AUX 1, I have something going on. AUX 2, I have something going on. But we have a problem. If I turn down my levels, I want to stop listening to their headphone next to my speakers. I turn it down. They just lost sound in their headphones.
So, make those correct? Is that?
No.
No, it's not like that.
Pre-fader. Pre-fader
Yeah.
means independent. So we're on this. The way we make any auxiliary pre-fader is go to AUX world here, select display. Right. If you look on the screen, you can see that 28 is turned up, but it's post fader. So use your arrow keys and make that, and select AUX 1. Perfect. There we go. Perfect. Yep, there you go. You're adjusting that. It's not goofing up their headphones.
Cool.
So just real quick review of that last little bit. If I pan left with their microphone, that sends it just to the left side of their master fader, sends it out to number 3, which sends it to this, it sends it to AUX 1 to their left headphone. And if I pan the other way, the opposite, it's going to go to output 4, which goes to the right headphone. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think our work is done here. Cool.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So is this exactly the